It's a big question about a big thing, right? I think science could be described as the study of relationships between things.
An exploration of the world that we live in and how we live in it.
A way of understanding why things are in the world the way they are.
The use of logic and reason to understand the world around us.
Science to me is the way we discover and get understanding about the world, our universe, not just by theory, but the most fascinating and important thing in science is doing experiments to question and explain things.
Studying rocks and minerals with a fantastic teacher called Mr. Chalk.
I did get kicked out of the science fair once. I got banned from the science fair because I invented a machine to convert farts into power. And even though that my science teacher thought this was a great idea, the local committee of the science fair did not approve, and they kicked me out of that competition.
I remember one lesson in particular in, I think it was year 6, and we were given an egg and we had to find a way to insulate the egg so that we could drop it from a very high off roof. And I remember it really well because I remember that our group won because we made like a little parachute so it flew, well, the idea was it floated down.
Yeah, so I actually did a sports science degree. So I went to university and studied lots of science. I loved anatomy, looking at pictures of muscles, and I actually saw some cadavers, which are actual dead bodies, and I got the gloves on and got to remove those parts, so that was very interesting.
I remember my science teacher walking into the class holding a small glass vial, talking about how poisonous it was, and then he dropped it and it smashed and we had to run out of the room quickly.
I've got some brilliant experiments that my teacher showed me, and some really fond memories when I first started high school. Ones where we went to the science lab for the first time and saw the chemicals reacting. I loved that. But one of the funniest ones was a man called Mr. Lord. So we used surnames, and Mr. Lord would wear a white coat. He had big white hair, and a very, very charismatic man. And he was explaining about velocity, and he got a piece of clay as a ball, and he showed the class this ball, and then he threw it as hard as he possibly could at the wall, and then it exploded, and then simply said that velocity is speed in a given direction.
Ernest Rutherford, with a New Zealand connection, of course, has to be someone that I respect. And of course Albert Einstein comes up all the time, so you've got to throw him in there.
A scientist called Richard E. Glasson. I've watched him talking quite a lot, and he's very inspirational. When I was at school, I had a teacher called Mrs. Ryder who was really scary, so I got quite good grades.
I was inspired by Tim Peake, a British astronaut who visited space.
One scientist that I've been really inspired by is a man called Brian Cox. He's a British physicist and he's on television, and the things that he describes about our Earth, our solar system and our universe are just amazing, and really inspires me to think a little bit about my place on our Earth and sort of how things work. I just think he's a very inspirational man, and the way he describes things is just brilliant. So the name is Brian Cox.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the ISPH variety show, where you're to be treated with science, magic, music, and comedy. First, let's make sure that our special guest has settled.
Hello, Mr. Principal. May I interest you in some drink? Do you have some water? Okay, sure. A glass of water? Yes. Here you go. Enjoy your drink. But water is not good, so can I have some wine? You want some wine? Yes. Oh, sure. Here's your wine. Perfect. Enjoy it, sir. Wine is... It's gonna make me drunk. So can I have some milk? You want some milk? Yes. Oh, sure. And here's your milk, sir. Enjoy. Perfect. But milk is for children, so... Is beer a good choice? I think so. It's your choice. So, you want a glass of beer? Yeah. Oh, sure. No problem. And here's your beer, sir. Thank you. But actually, I can't drink beer at work. So can I change it back to orange juice? You sure this is your last choice? Yes. Oh, sure. And this is your orange juice, sir. Thank you. Wait. Are you really sure? Yes, I'm sure. You sure? Yeah. All right. Here you go, sir. Oh my God, orange juice is so good. Thank you.
Now that Mr. Rickett eventually made up his mind, let's get on with the show.
Wait! I just heard that year has a special safety announcement. You guys want to hear it?
Working in the lab and I'm thinking about safety. Got goggles drawn and lab coats on. Open toe shoes out of here. Are you going crazy? Things could go wrong. Things could go wrong. My gloves, they make me safe around chemicals. The chemicals. My love, tie back your hair and prep materials. The materials. 1, don't you taste a sniff. You know you should be wafting if you're taking a whiff. 2, don't mix it in until the label's checked again. 3, no food or drink unless you wanna have us find you dead in the morning. And if you follow this, you will mitigate the risk. I got lab rules, I count 'em. I got lab rules, I count 'em. Long hair tied back against myself. I got lab rules, I count 'em. Now go and tell them.
Thank you, Year 8, for such an excellent performance and an important message. Now for a performance from a young upcoming magician, let's hear it from Harry Whodunit.
Thank you, Harry Houdini, for those wonderful magic tricks. Now it's time for some laugh with our secondary comedian.
Where did your chemistry have his lunch? On the product table.
What did the chemist say when he heard oxygen and magnesium were dating? OMG!
Why can't you trust atoms? Because they make up everything.
What did you call a person in space with a runny nose?
An astronaut.
Well, I think we can all agree that we will need a musical interlude after that. Thank you, Year 9, for the wonderful performance. Next, let's take a look at some illusions.
Afternoon, everyone in ISPH. So, if you see this optical illusion, there's an elephant, and this is the wrong color because it's green, which is a color of Zubian. And we want to fix that by looking at the cross. So, we can start looking at the cross right now. So, keep staring at the cross, and if you take your eyes away, then it will not work. So, just keep staring at it. It's gonna take some time, just be patient. Just keep staring at the center. If you look away right now, it will not work. And if you look away right now, it will still not work. So we just keep looking and looking. Alright, now the elephant should be purple or pink. Now we got the right color. Boy, we got the right color right now.
Please don't go anywhere. We still have a couple more amazing, exciting performances. And now, give it up for Ava and Hannah from Year 6.
Electroconvulsive therapy.
In the chemical world, acids are kind of famous, but at the same time can be very dangerous. When they're weak, you come across them all the time. They're in your Coke and your lemon and lime. In fact, in all the food you devour, it's acid inside that make them taste sour. But when they're strong, they're corrosive, so watch your back. Never let a bottle of acid fall in your lap, 'cause your skin and bone, it can attack, and you don't want that. 'Cause people always think strong, that's acid, and when it comes to alkalides, they're placid. That's just straight wrong. Alkalides can be just as strong and corrosive, so listen to the words I teach and avoid that bleach. Now often these two have no colour, so how can you tell one from the other? Some of the names you're gonna learn later, but what you need is an indicator. Litmus, beetroot are all good and well, but universal gives more detail, with colours matching to the pH scale, showing the strength as well. Now let's get all in the mix. Acids, their pH 1 to 6, pH 7, neutral green, then alkalides 8 to 14. Now moving on to the next one. Okay, we're almost done. When you mix these two, there's a special reaction. Acids and alkalis straight cancel each other out. Neutralization is what it's all about. It's happening all around us all the time. It's happening somewhere now as I rhyme. Peace out until next time.
Akira, running question. Out of all the teachers, which one would you want to get their own back on?
Well, I don't know actually, but I'm sure looking forward to it. How about you?
Absolutely.
Welcome to the most amazing ISPH game show, Get Your Own Bag. This is your chance to get your own bag on your teacher by setting their hands on fire. We shall spin the wheel to pick the chosen one. Ooh, this is entirely fair because I am the host. Oh, it's Mr. Anthony. That's unexpected. We shall see what he do.
God, that's singeing there.
Yeah.
Smell that pain.
We have nearly reached the end of our science assembly. Before we go, I'd like to have an important announcement to make. We will be extending another week of our STEAM competition. This will give people more time to work on what they are doing. I look forward to seeing all of your entries during the next week. And now, let's move on to our final performance by Year 7s.
The water cycle takes the water and moves it up and down and all around the earth. The water cycle takes the water and moves it up and down and all around the earth. The water cycle takes the water and moves it up and down and all around the earth. The water cycle takes the water and moves it up and down and all around the earth.
Evaporation comes when the heat from the sun warms up all the groundwater, then it turns to water vapor. Condensation takes over, it goes up to the clouds. Water vapor cools down and it changes to a liquid now. Precipitation happens when the drops get big. It falls like rain, snow, sleet, and hail upon my head. I know it's the water cycle happening again. Evaporation, condensation, precipitation.
The water cycle.
Well, thank you so much for everyone who has participated in today's assembly. Thank you and have a great day. Goodbye.
Good afternoon, everyone. As the Tezak House Captain, I am excited to announce that the next week is going to be the Tezak House Week. Our next theme for the week is going to be caring and sharing, and there will be lots of activities both for you at school and at home to take part in, and of course there will be a lot of house points to be given. More information about this will be shared with you by your teacher or your form tutor by at early next week. So have a great weekend, everyone. Have a great week ahead, and just try to remember, sharing is caring.
Thank you for your message, Stone, the Tezak House Captain, and also a big thank you to Miss Natalie, Mr. Alex, and all of the teacher leaders for getting ready for Tezak House Week, everyone, which is next week. This is our third House Week of the year, and it's going to be another fantastic week with lots of fun activities. On Monday, your teacher will share with you the Tezak House Week website, and you can keep checking that for updates, and you'll find more information about the activities. But just quickly now, I'm just going to explain a little bit about what you can look forward to. So the theme for the week is caring and sharing, and you can see the main activity is called Rhino How to Eat Well. This is a home cooking challenge for everyone, so please join in with this next week. You can do some cooking at home. The second home challenge from Zuobien is called Rhino How to Show Appreciation. So that's all about saying thank you to someone. Again, check the website for more details on this next week. And then we've got two fantastic live activities. On Tuesday at 12, we've got an art activity from Voi. And on Wednesday at 12, we've also got an arty making activity as well from Ho. So please join us for those activities as well. And please try your best. If you join in, you will get house points for your team. Let's see if Tezak can be the champions in Tezak House Week. But now, it's the house points for this week. Okay, just before we show the house points for this week, I thought you might want to know about who is leading for the current term 2 house points. So this is as it stands now for the whole of term 2. So since January, these are all the house points, and you can see that Zuobien are leading the way with 1,622. Still a long way to go. Well, 3 weeks actually, 3 weeks to go, but also with Tazak House Week next week, there will be extra house points for everyone that you can achieve. So keep trying your best, keep working hard, and there's still time. Tazak, Voi, Ho, there's still time, this can still change. But well done, Zuobien. And what does that mean for the whole year house points? Well, I thought you might want to see what is going on with that as well. And you can see again, it's Zuobien that are leading the way. And then it's very, very close between Ho, Tazak and Voi. But again, there's a long time left, isn't this? This is for the whole year. There's a long time left. We've got 3 weeks in term 2, and then we've got all of term 3. So just because Zuobien are leading now, it doesn't mean that it's finished. Okay, so everyone keep going, keep trying to get house points for your team. Okay, let's find out though, who are the champions for this week? Here we go. So Ho with 159. Zuobien, I think you have been the winners the last 2 weeks, so let's see what Zuobien can get this time. Oh! It's pretty close, but Zuobien, well done. 172. What about Tazak? Oh! Good try, Tazak, but not quite enough. Okay, Voi. Can you beat 172? No, not quite. Good effort, Voi, 158. But this week's champions, again, it's Zuobien. Okay everyone, remember Tazak House Week next week. Please try your best to get even more house points. Have a great weekend, and we will see you on Monday. Bye bye everyone.